Right, more cleaning duties. This is just the rubberized mat that lives in the shower area. It's like that matting that you can buy, which I have, to put in the cupboards, that stop things from slipping in the cupboards. Really useful tip to get those. They're very cheap, from B&M bargains and online as well. But they come in rolls and you can cut them to size, like black rolls. And they've got this rubberized feel to them, and they have the holes in as well. And they don't stick, they just sort of like grip. So this one, I just took it out of the shower unit before, just getting rid of all the excess dust and whatever things you would do at home if you had one of these in your bathroom, of course. So little bits of fluff. Yeah, do that and do that. I think they come with the van, these, because they're obviously pre-shaped, but you could put your own in, like the ones I mentioned. Get the larger ones and just cut them to shape. Just give that a general wipe down. Nothing too fancy. I'm just doing it one-handed because I've got the camera. There we go. There we go. All back in, nice and clean. Cleaned the toilet. I haven't bothered with cleaning any of the sides. Are all clean anyway, but you can do those things. I won't show you how to use a toilet. It is relatively straightforward if it's working. There's a handle there. So you lift the lid up, turn the seat the way you want it, push that handle open, and you can see inside the cassette box where all your doo-doo was. Now if you're using that stuff, you'll not smell your doo-doos or your wee-wees, but you must have that open, otherwise you'll do it in the bowl and you're actually basically going onto the cassette top, which means you're going to have to clean it later on. This is all brand new. It was put in last September 23rd, 2023. It's only been used a couple of times, but it's already broken. The flush panel isn't working. It's got power, but it's not drawing the water and it's not flushing it down. So they've already looked at it and they're going to have another look at it on Friday. It might just need a new panel because there's a circuit board behind there. There's 12 volts coming in. To cut a long story short, the 12 volts isn't going out towards the pumps. The pump that brings the water in, pumps that take the water to the toilet. So that's straightforward enough. Again, it's when you're buying a motorhome, whether that's from a friend or whatever, unless you've got cast iron guarantees, you're going to find things are wrong or not working, and you're going to have to spend a little bit of money putting them right. But as the guy quite regularly, as the guy said at the time when he had a look at it, he says all you need to do is just take your shower head, turn it on, run it around the bowl quickly, and then turn it off, and then the bowl's clean. So that's what I've been doing. I was using bottles of water as well to do it, but it's far easier if you've got your tank filled up. You just use that, and yeah, it works. I mean, I could quite happily live without that, but because it's drawing water from the same source, so if you haven't got any water in, it's tough. You'll have to use bottled water. But yeah, just got to put up with it until it gets fixed. Another top tip for you, I use, and a lot of people use these are nappy sacks, baby nappy sacks. They're normally in 150 from Lidl's. I've seen them less from other stores, but the ones in Lidl's are less than £1 a box, and you would put your waste paper in there and then bundle it all up, and then bundle that bag up and make up a bag into the general waste, and rather than putting it down the toilet, because you can clog your cassette up, and you could probably clog up the waste waste point down the road, but very convenient. Don't take all the nappy sacks if there's not many there, because obviously they're there for families, but every time you're in like sort of Lidl's and that, just pick a couple up and store them away for your next journey. So that's another top tip. I'm giving you a lot of random top tips here and hints and things. The first night I noticed a lot of things creak, so I could hear creaking all over, thinking there was all sorts of nasties crawling around underneath and inside and outside, but it wasn't. It's just the van cooling down, it's just the doors, it's just natural. Whereas in the house, your walls are all fixed on, and all the things that are moving in your houses are just basically the doors, which so you don't notice any noises. Whereas here you hear things creaking and cracking, but it's normal. And especially in the morning as it gets sunnier, you can see how sunny it is, as the van or the motorhome or whatever you're in, caravan, heats up, it the panels will naturally expand, and you'll find that you'll hear that little cracking and creaking during the morning, but it's totally normal. And they'll have been designed to do that as well, because they need to expand for the heat and cold and contract for the cold. So yeah, so no issues there. I was concerned that there might have been any evidence of creepy crawlies like rats, mice haven't been in, but there's no sign of it here. It's all been under sealed properly. They will get in if they're determined to, via different ways, engine areas, but fortunately everything's fine here. No sign of anything. Checked everything, had everything out. So yeah, that's my next tip about noises in the van. Okay, my next tip is about washing dishes and plates and things. You can't just wash them in your sink, and then you just do the normal. There's your hot and cold water if you've got the hot water boiler on, or you can just use the cold water rinse. I've been washing dishes in cold water for years. Still here, had no issues. Hot water is better because it grabs the dirt quicker, but we're going to go to a wash station which is about 30 yards away. So all I'm doing is just use my squeezy liquid. This one's had a bit of trouble. It fell over in the house, and it's all over the bottle, so got it wrapped up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I don't need much, just a little squeeze, and then I'll take this down and you can follow me to the wash station. Take two. So just going down to the workstation, wash station even. Got a bit of rubbish to chuck out. If you saw my last video, you'll have seen, or the first video, you'll have seen that washroom. Toilets either side, waste disposal, L-sand point for your poop, and that's the extra reception area for this plot. So let's see if we can get this done. Another tip is, this was really busy earlier on. Oh, get you steady. There you go. No, it's gonna fall over. No, that way then. Right, on a bit of an angle, but hopefully you can see dishes. Oh God. So water coming out there. Push button, so you've got to keep pushing it all the time. I've got rid of the sponge there as well. As I say, this was really busy this morning because it's a Sunday and other campers were going home, so they were doing their clean up, so I left it till early afternoon. Quick rinse, there's my water and there's my clits. So come back in a second and we'll have it all done. Okay. Right, there's all the washing done, rinsed, clean. I'll dry that off back at the van. Alright. There's 2 sinks there, 2 sinks there. Yeah, so plenty of storage. Plenty of areas for washing here at Warren Mill. Right, I'm just gonna put some washing. Start again. Right, I'm just gonna put some rubbish in the bin. That's your waste disposal in there. Now then, get that open. As you would expect on a modern site, they've got all these recyclable bins, plenty of general waste bins. My waste is just general, so that's going in there. Oh, see how full it is? Oh my god. And the width's a bit light, but not a problem. Just make sure you close the door quietly. It's a recycling centre, and you can see they've got the campsite, which was full last night, Sunday now. Some really nice tents, nice area, nice facilities. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was peaceful, but you would have a good time here. There was no loud behaviour, loud drinking and all that, just good fun. Lights out 11. Just a quick look at the chemical waste facility. Normally that's down. This smells a bit, so you've got a sink for washing your hands. You'd pour your stuff into there. There's a flush on the side, just like a normal toilet. You've got this hose which would only use for cleaning down your waste tank, waste cassette. Don't use it for filling up fresh water, because you don't know what kind of any bacteria is floating around on the handle or whatever. So I always use that to flush it out back down, and then you can use it to quickly clean the area. And also, if it's dirty like this, I don't like standing that because you don't know what that is, so I like to just rinse that back. And when you're all done, sets outside, I just quickly wash hands. For sanitary reasons, is also an air dryer, but yeah, really good. If you've brought a dog, there's a full semicircle dog track that goes up there and around to where the entrance to this part of the park is. There's also one at the back there which goes all the way along, right the way around, and it comes out at the other end of this building here. So yeah, very useful. Your doggies, don't forget to pick up the dog poo, and there's bins there for you. A lot of these sites provide picnic tables. I had one outside mine, but the neighbour pinched it at 7:30 in the morning. I watched him doing it, so, but fortunately I'd been talking the day before and I made a joke of it, and he laughed. He says, I didn't know where the sun got it from. I says, you got outside my bloody van, that's why. Right, so we'll walk you up on the site. There was loads of tents here and VW motorhomes. There's my new neighbour with her new vans. They've gone off to Bamborough today. Gotta watch these paths because the service vehicles use them as well. I like that. Everything's pitch numbered, so you can't go wrong. And there's my van there. With all my bits to sort out. So all I've got to do now is wipe the table down, quickly hit my clippy mat, put this cooler box in, which just has some cutlery. I've got plenty of room for cutlery. This is what I brought with us from the flat when I moved out. So there's a few condiments, not condoms, condiments, and my favourite forks. Have you got a favourite fork? I have. Had it for years. Just nice, you know, when you're having Chinese and that, you just have your favourite fork. Little bit of a tip. These vans, there's no stopper on the back, so if it's even remotely windy, it can clatter. So I just have that wrapped on there. Door like that, it's bungee cord. Don't wrap the metal hook on the door because that will cause damage along the line. This one I can't do nothing about. Just goes on there, and there you are. Your door's open. Another top tip. Good stuff. While we're up here, this van came with satellite TV system. So there, it's pointing at the satellite now, so I can watch the football later on. The old TV connection point, which is always in that cupboard round there next to the cooker, I had to take it out, and obviously there's a hole in the ceiling for the aerial point, and we used that to install a 5G Wi-Fi router, which is permanently linked in to the power of the van. So job well done, and I've got Wi-Fi. It's not 5G around here because we're in the middle of nowhere, but it's reasonable. I uploaded a video yesterday. It was only about 9 minutes, and it took nearly 6 hours. It was 1 gigabyte long. So if you're a video maker on the road, just bear that in mind. But I'll show you what I've got, if you can see it. There's no lights on in here. Don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's come off its stand. Right, I've got the Falcon 5G. It's supposed to stick on there, but it's so hot that it doesn't. And then it's got the power supply behind it. Sorry, there we go. There's the power cord, which comes off the box. And the original power cable, it's like a 3.5mm jack. That's from the original TV aerial box that was on here, and it just slots in there. And then you've got what was the original hole for the aerial of the TV going up there, and he used that, and then obviously Sikaflex around the 5G antenna hood. That's on the roof, so it gives you better reception obviously in the van. And the reason why that is because when you're in your van, it's like a tin box, isn't it? So the technical term is a Faraday cage, where it sort of like shields you from the Wi-Fi connections. Although it's reasonable 4G connections in here on the phone on its own, but you've got a better chance if the signal is on the roof. And those are the two antennas. You could just use this as a separate unit on its own, and then that's how it comes, as it happens. But these are all accessories, but this is a separate unit on its own, and you just connect the aerial points, which is pretty much what you've got on most of your mobile type things at home. I mean, I used to have a Huawei mobile internet at home that had those connections on. Stop. I'm going to put some proper Velcro on there at some point. But yeah, good. Expensive. I had budgeted for it, but it is very expensive. And it is about 480 quid, which is a lot of money. But you know, nowadays with internet connections, you've got your TV, you want to connect your Fire Sticks, and you have laptops and iPads and all the rest of it, and phones. If there's a few of you here, then you're gonna soon find out there's not enough internet connection, and you need one of these kits, and it's worth putting it in. It's an investment, but it's worth putting it in. So yeah, that's that. Right, next job is I'm gonna clean some of the carpets. Oh, this one's just fits in the door just to grab any dirt or dust off your feet. That's straightforward. It's an old clippy mat, as we call them up from Newcastle. I said, moving a motorhome, live a life of luxury, travel the world, see the sights. Didn't tell you about cleaning bloody carpets, like. Never mind. Right, so taking that hook off the door, like that. Oh, go, scratch it, paintwork. Door's locked. Oh, I've got the keys in my pocket. Excuse me. No, I haven't. Where are they? Come on, Graham, get sorted. Right, I've just quickly cleaned that mat. I said, get a motorhome, travel the world, learn new things, see new things, meet people. They didn't tell you about cleaning mats, clipping mats. Shambles. Never mind. Is this open? No. There we go. Cab door. The thing with these is they're very steep. If you're a little dumpy like me, it's very hard to get in. So another top tip is always go in via the habitation area, and there's plenty of room to walk in between. So I'm going to be doing some dashboard cleaning a little bit later. And these carpets, these are just fitted carpets, but they're a bit minging, so we'll get them out. The old-fashioned, call them clippy mats. It's what your granny used to, or your great granny now, used to do years ago. You get the mat out and bash it, hang it over the line. So I'll just leave that out in the sun. That was me washing that I did earlier. Leave that out. There's vans coming and going. Let's have a look. See, you come in that way, come clockwise, and then you go to that reception point down there, and you confirm your booking, and they'll allocate your pitch depending on what type you've ordered, whether it's a hook up or non-hook up. So yeah, that's how that works. Right, clippy mat time again. Nice and it's just full of gunk, isn't it? It's full of dust. It's gotta be full of dust where your feet have been. Oh. Nice and clean. Hope this is exciting for you, as it is for me. It's breaking me back. I'm not the fittest bloke in the world. Right, good. And then I won't show you, but I'll give that a wipe up on the floor there and wipe that out, and then that'll be done. Right, clippy mat all done, nice and clean. Got that out, give it a good spanking, and then just use the brush again just to clean out the floor area. Just had some sand and stuff in, but nothing too major. I haven't bothered using any wipes on it because it doesn't need it. If you're interested to know, most of the Fiat Ducato engines have the engine battery under the floor here, and there's little retainer clip things here, and you can access the battery if you need to. The previous one I used to jump start the battery because it was in storage. It had gone down. It's fully charged now, it's fine. It doesn't need replacing, but I used to jump start it from the battery. But there are proper points in under the engine hood where you can connect jump starters, and it's supposed to protect the battery a bit more, but it's just preference. I'm not going to show you that, but there's an earth connection, and there's also a separate connection for the live, and then you can jump start your thing. I've got one of them jump starter packs, expensive, they're about 80 quid, but they're worth having in case your battery does run dry or runs out of juice, you know, and at least get you started, and you can decide whether it's a problem with the battery or whether it's just it has lost all its charge. So yeah, that's all that done. Right, I'm pretty much done cleaning. Mat's done. Just got to put the little mat that goes there. I've done all that down below. That comes out, that grated thing, and you can clean down there as well. Give it a good wipe. Plates and bits and bobs drying outside. Bed as it was. Kitchen, just a quick tidy up required. Few bags for rubbish later. More bags. You've got to find places to put things like kitchen rolls. You can't have under thingies here, but I've got a light here. You can have under top, you know what I mean, them things you put on, holders. But I don't like doing is drilling holes, because you don't know what's under there. Maybe other cables there. I just don't like doing it, so I'm trying to leave things as original as possible. Obviously the fire blanket will go somewhere here or there, and that's just a board. I mean, I can see it's a board because there's nothing there behind it. As long as the screw's thin enough to hold that, that should be all right. So I can just put that on there. Obviously don't forget to leave the tap over the gap, which makes sense, because if you go out and for some reason it malfunctions and the tap's there like that, you're going to flood your work surface. It's going to go into your oven, it's going to run onto the floor, because I haven't got any stabilizers on this van at the moment. I have got some, but the guy who showed me the van, he pinched them for one of his projects that he's doing. So yeah, don't forget to put it like that. Or you could put that away altogether when you're travelling or going out, but yeah, it's fine. So yeah, that's all done. Bed still as it was, nothing going to happen there. The cushions are in. Something's not right, because those cushions are too short there and these ones fit, unless I've done something wrong. But anyway, they've been battered and matted and all the rest of it. Floor's nice and clean. Yeah, so that's the cleaning done for today. The only thing I want to do at some point is just give the front window a clean. I've got proper spray, but I'm just going to use microfiber cloth, which worked fine, because I had to have some work done with. I have a Thatcher S5 category tracker in the van, so if it gets stolen I can track it live, and also the company can do that and alert me if it's stolen from anywhere, particularly storage unit and stuff like that. So, and that was an insurance requirement, and again that was expensive. Like the 5G, it was about £600 to have it fitted professionally. Once it was installed, it was very easy to set up, and the company who the device is from were absolutely brilliant. Just one phone call, one serial number off the pack, and they were active. They could tell me straight away where the van was. So yeah, that's the security's all there. You don't know where it's hidden. It is in the dashboard somewhere, but they don't tell you, because if they just use the same place all the time, then anybody who knows these things would be able to just go and find it and rip it out. So they pull the dashboard off. The one problem is that the company that installed it, I'm not saying it's them, but it happened. They dislodged a wire which made, oh, there's another van coming in. It's after 2 now. See, they're coming in now. Yeah, the company that installed it had to take the dashboard off. Accidentally, I would surmise they pulled off a wire which was connecting to the camera on the reverse camera, and it was intermittent. It was going off and on, and sometimes it was on, sometimes it was off. Frustrating. Had to take it to a motorhome dealer, and it was £108 to get that repaired. I presume they just reconnected the wires and redid them. That's what they said they'd done, but they showed me pictures where they'd pulled the dashboard off and that. But it's all expensive because they charge over £70 an hour labour. So that's without the need of any parts. So if there was anything major wrong, though, you're going to get stuffed. So that come to £108 just to repair that. So you can see it's if your budget's very tight, you really can't blow it all on a motorhome all in one go. You have to have extra money, not only to live on and do all of that things, but also you need to be able to do repairs. I mean, it drives and everything, it's fine, it's absolutely spot on, but it's those little things that you need to do that make things in life easier, you know. Okay, a little more rant over. I'll get this video uploaded, and hopefully some of you will find something useful in it. Please like, subscribe, put any comments in if you've got any questions. I'm only into this for 5 days now, so if you've got any questions for a newbie, you can pop them in there, and then I'll hopefully answer them either individually, or I'll do a video with all your questions on. I'll also give you an idea of what my setup is, who I am, where I'm from, and why I moved into full-time van life. So here we are, look a bit more dap with my sunglasses on. Look a bit thick with them jam jaw reading glasses, but when you get to my age, they're quite useful, you know, so don't knock them. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoy the content. I'll try and be as informative as I can, try and show you things, how things work, how things don't work, what's good, what's bad. So yeah, see you soon. So at the end of this video, here I am in my shades, looking a bit more dapper than them jam jaws reading glasses, but they're really useful. You know, when you get older, you do need things like reading glasses, and I've worn glasses all my life, but only recently have decided I'm getting too old for normal glasses. So I mean, you can get prescription sunglasses as well, which is what these are, which are brilliant for driving and stuff like that. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, me talking shite for however long, and hopefully you'll come back again. So please like, subscribe, put your comments in. I'll try and answer them directly. If you've got any questions for me as a new motorhome living full time, please drop them in and I'll try and answer them as honestly as I can. Try not to use bad language. You can say a shit like, but don't use bad language, and don't say anything derogatory, because I'll just delete it. Alright,